Alright, so in this video we build the checksum functionality here. So let's expand our space there. So we're going to begin here. This is our checksum functionality here. So we need to build this one up. Remember, this is being called from here. It's being called from here. So serve.checksum, this way we are sending in the partial card, and then we say it takes in the partial card, and then we need to initialize some variables that we're going to be using. So we say even, first one is events. So this is going to hold the sum of all the digits at even positions. We initialize this to 0, and we do the same with another one called odds. We also initialize this to 0. This is going to hold the sum of all the digits at odd positions. Okay, then the next thing we need to do, we say we need to loop backward. So we say for I in range length cut norm -1, we're looping backwards, so we step -1. That's how we loop backwards, and then we go all the way to -1. All right, that's the range. That's how far we loop. So remember, we're looping up to the first digit. You know, the range function doesn't take account of the extreme right, the end. It doesn't loop up to -1. It loops one step before the end. So if we had put 0 here, what's going to happen is it's going to loop up to position 2, the item at position 1, and the item at position 1 is the second item. So we want it to loop up to the first item as well, which is the item at position 0. So for it to loop up to the position 0, we need to go across to up to position -1 for it to be able to loop position -0 to position 0. So we're stepping backwards here. That's basically what we're doing there. So we say that, and then we check if the length of the cut which is coming in is a multiple of 2. So we say if length cut norm, if it is a multiple of 2, all right, if I mod 2, all right, we just add up the sum of all this. So we say even is equals to integer cut norm at I. All right, and then we augment evens with even. Okay, evens plus equals to even. All right, simple as that. Then else, now we multiply the odd. So odd is equal to int, we are casting into integer cut norm I. So we're multiplying that by 2 times 2. Then we need to check if it is greater than 9, if it is double digit. So we need to check if the product is a double digit. So if odd is greater than 9, if it is, we need to get the sum of the digits. So odd now becomes, if odd is greater than 9, if odd is 2 digits, then odd becomes the sum of the digits. Okay, so let's say if odd is 10, which is greater than 9, which is 2 digits, then odd becomes 1, because odd becomes 1 plus 0. If odd is 14, for example, 7 times 2 is 14. So instead of 14, writing 14, odd becomes 1 plus 4, which is 5. So that's what we're basically trying to do here. So if it's greater than 9, we say odd becomes string odd at I at 0, the first one, plus string odd at 1. So we're getting the string odd at 1, at 0, and we're getting the digit at the first digit and the second digit. So this is extracting the first digit, and this is exactly the second digit. So we need to cast them into an integer to be able to add them up, because as it is adding them not up now, this adding as this concatenation, not addition. As it is now, adding two strings is concatenation, so we need to convert them into, cast them into integers so that we can be able to sum them up. So int this plus int this. All right, so that's how we sum them up. Okay, and then we augment the odds with odd. Odds plus equals odd. All right, so that's what it is there. Then we go, so this condition. Now if the length is a multiple of 2, now if the length is not a multiple of 2, so say else, then we get the second position. In this case, now we will double the numbers at even positions, or the second even positions. And the last case, we will double the ones at the odd positions. Now we double the numbers at even positions, or the second position. So we say if I mod 2 is equal to 0, so we're seeking the multiple. So if I mod 2 is equal to 0, then we will double the even. So we say even, right there, I mod 2 equal to 0, we'll say even is equal to int catnum I. We'll double that times 2, and we say if even is a double digit, even is a double digit 9, we'll do the same thing we did here. All right, only we change this to even, and this one to even. All right, so that's what it is. Then we augment the evens. Evens plus is equal to even. Okay, now then, so this is when it is a multiple of 2, the second item. Else, if it is not the second item, okay, else odd is equal to int catnum I. Okay, then we augment the odds. So odds plus odd. Okay, and then we have to return. So we return the product of, we return this plus this. So we return the sum. So we have to return, get out of the for loop. Okay, so we need to say return event plus odds. Okay, so now what we need to do is, let's come to our verify card where we are calling the function verify card. Let's store what is returned from verify card here, either this or this. Let's return that. It's going to return true or false, true or false. So let's get what is being returned into a response, and then let's print out that response. And if the response is true, we say we print out valid card, and if the response is false, we print out invalid card. Let's run that and see. All right, so we say invalid card. Let's see what's happening in our program. So let's debug. We should have a problem in our program there, because this is a valid card that we know of. So the first case, oh yeah, it's not okay. We change the number there. This number is not correct. Let me get a valid card somewhere. Let's bring a normal valid card. I think I tested that card and changed the figure there. So 24 ends with 53. Let's get the proper card. I manipulated the card earlier on, so there's a card here. This is the proper card number here. So let's run that again. So it says valid card, or let's change the figure here. Let's change it to 5, and then we run it this time. It says it's an invalid card. So our functionality to verify card is actually working right now very well.